Hi, my name is Shannon Lark. There's no Lark on there, but my first name is, and there's hearts. And I am playing Eva Marsh. It really centers on, there's definitely havoc going on on a global scale, supposedly, but it really centers on the relationship between two people, Eva and Sam, and they're married, and their relationship has basically broken down, and it's been pretty much deconstructed before the outbreak happens. So they end up getting quarantined into their apartment together, and they have to deal with each other, and it goes very, very badly. Well, her name is Eva Marsh, and she is a ex-model who has basically gotten too old to basically really go full throttle on her career, and most of her career was wrapped up with her husband, who's a photographer, Sam. And yeah, she's basically gotten to that age and that time in her life where he's really going after, different models, and yeah, she basically becomes pregnant in the story, so she's having to deal with that and not really being noticed by her husband anymore. Really just like her entire identity and role is like shifting, and her having to deal with that. So that's really a lot of what Eva is going through in the story, is like she has completely lost her identity. So she's a relatively timid person who doesn't really have a whole lot of life experience. Yeah, it's been fun. I do. I don't like dress up like Eva, and I don't like walk around and I'm like, hi, I'm Eva, I'm not Shannon. But I mean, at least for preparing for a role, I'll read the script a few times, and Maude actually involved me in the project over a year ago. So she was sending me like drafts of the script, and I was telling her my opinion because I'm a filmmaker as well. And so I've been kind of a part of this project, for the past year, so it's really just evolved, and I've kind of just taken on the character and really gotten to know the character through, the scripts. So, and then her also changing through the different drafts. So that's been really interesting. I read it. I basically highlight the lines. I try to pay attention to like the things that she's not saying, because as an actor I'm a very feeling kind of actor. I don't get like touchy-feely. I don't like violate people. But it's more like yeah, I spend more time feeling the character out as opposed to like thinking of it analytically.
Okay.
So yeah, it's more about like what they're not saying and those little things, those little details that I can add, because you read a script and it's I'm not saying it's a blank page, but it's a base. And then whenever you bring it to to the rehearsals and the content to to the camera, it's amazing like how things can change and how actors can really add to the characters. So I'm always just trying to do that. I've done over 35 films, and this cast and crew and the production team have been like absolutely amazing. Like everyone has such a wonderful attitude, and even though we're doing such fucked up content, I can cuss, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's completely twisted, and we're jumping back and forth, so we're going from like a really intense scene between Eva and Sam, and there's a lot of stuff going on, to like, oh, it's a happy moment, and we're like totally in love. Okay. So the actors have definitely, met me there, and that's been really wonderful, because it's been like a roller coaster, so you have to keep up your energy. Okay. So, yeah, with, coffee. Your coffee's good, but like, yeah, it's been really, it's been awesome. I absolutely love when low budget films do stories pretty much in one space. I think that you have to be extremely creative and work with your resources because you're going to have less money, you know, less crew, less actors, you know, to really be able to tell a riveting story. So, you know, films like Bug, I love Bug. Like, basically it taking place in one space where people just go completely nuts.
Yeah.
I love that because you really get to, you know, the characters and it just really shows you don't need, you know, several $1,000,000, although it would be nice to make a, you know, a really interesting tale that people are really going to enjoy. You know, and you know, basically walk away from and remember and feel something. I mean, how many times have we gone and seen like some movie that, you know, was produced for so much money, and then you forget about it, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, like a year later, you're like, oh, I did see that movie. It just, you know, like, I think all of that starts with the script, and so Maude really focused on making a good script, because that's where it all starts. I mean, you can have amazing actors, and, you know, you can have a lot of money, but it really all just starts with, like, you know, the script writing. Because if the story sucks, well, there's nothing you can really do about that. But if it's really great, then we can just elevate it.